The first annual Sovereignty Symposium, Indian Law in the 1990s, the training session. Day 2, June 2nd, 1988. Presented by the Oklahoma Supreme Court, the National American Indian Court Clerks Association, and Arrow Incorporated. Funding for the symposium provided by the Oklahoma Bar Foundation.
And visiting with the Chief Justice and making sure it came to happen is a member of the Board of Directors of Arrow, one of our co-sponsors, along with the National American Indian Court Clerks Association. This morning, the rule of ladies and chiefs first has been waived for the Honorable Ed Edmondson, a true Okie gentleman from Muskogee, Oklahoma, will be your first speaker. Mr. Edmondson.
Chief Justice Newland, Justice Carter, Chief Mankiller, distinguished judges and clerks and attorneys and participants in this historic symposium. I have known this Chief Justice for more than 40 years, to be sure, and I think I admire more today than I ever have, because I think this is an idea whose time has come in Oklahoma. And I'm so proud that our Chief Justice, most ably has been put his shoulder to the wheel in behalf of what might be called a little bit of perestroika in Oklahoma. For those of you who have been following the television news, perestroika is the Russian word for restructuring and rethinking. There's another word that I've been amazed to hear our president use in his own comments, and that's glasnost, a Russian word that means openness. And I think we have had in this symposium a remarkable level of glasnost, of openness, of saying what's on our minds and of talking about things that we need to understand. And for his leadership in seeing that this first of its kind symposium took place, I'd like to join Justice Carter in saying that we ought to give Justice Newland, Chief Justice John Newland, a real heartfelt hand of thanks here today. Because I think Thank you very much. I'm sort of a member of the old Muskogee Mafia, including the Edmondsons and his esteemed deceased brother, Al. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I think a word of appreciation certainly is in order, too, to the Oklahoma Bar Foundation for putting up some very necessary dollars to make this gathering possible. And I, as a longtime director of Arrow, and I have been a director of Arrow almost as long as I've known Chief Justice Newland, I'm very proud of the fact that Arrow has given its enthusiastic support to this gathering and has done its best to see that we have a representative group of Indian tribal court officials present for this meeting. We have had truly a feast of talent at this podium. I'm certainly excluding myself from that description. But I have been so impressed by the quality of presentation that he's had. I'm not going to single out individuals because I might overlook one who has really been outstanding inadvertently. But I think the spokesmen who have come here in behalf of Indian sovereignty and of Indian tribal courts and of their important role in the future have been eloquent indeed. I've known some great spokesmen for Indian people through the years. I used to listen spellbound as Earl Boyd Pierce or Andy Wilcoxon or Joe McIntyre or Jimmy Belton or some of the other old-timers spoke on Indian matters. But I think every Indian in the United States could be justly proud of the spokesmen who have appeared to tell us about the Indian concept of sovereignty. How eloquent were the words of the speaker who said it is an affair of the heart and a state of mind. It's not just a legal concept. Sovereignty has to be here, you have to feel it here, and you have to appreciate the fact that it's something that goes back to the beginning, antedating the Constitution of the United States in the first white settlement. And when you get that idea through, and when people understand and appreciate that when Indian people talk about sovereignty, they're talking about something as old as Plymouth Rock in this country, then you begin to understand the importance of this symposium, because we are seeing here an effort to sit down and talk about how our courts, to begin with, state, tribal, federal courts, can work together in the interest of justice, in the interest of solving disputes between people, in the interest of stopping crime, in the interest of administering justice. And to me, it was a great thing to see the Chief Judge of the 10th Circuit, two of our federal judges who sit today in Oklahoma City, and almost 70 judges from across the state of Oklahoma in the state court system here to participate in this effort at what Mr. Reagan described as perestroika. And what a great thing it is that we are here for that. I'm supposed to talk to you briefly about ramifications of cooperation between the state and the sovereign nation. I'm going to make my remarks brief. I would like to incorporate by reference, by the consent of the judges who are present here, the remarks that appear in the booklets that you have received. Those remarks seem to me to be almost grade schoolish in my construction of the picture of sovereignty after listening to some of the learned presentations that were made here yesterday. But I stand by what I said in it, and I think this is a historic moment. I predict to you that your book that has been handed out, when you complete the assembling of the different papers, will be one of the most valuable items in your law library. I predict to you that it will be a collector's item in future times, because you have put together there, when you assemble the papers from yesterday and the papers still coming in today, a publication that I think Felix Cohen would be proud of, to take home and to read and to study. The ramifications of this new period of cooperation, which is being introduced and inaugurated, will be best understood if we could come out of this meeting with an agreement of some nature in our minds, if not on paper, about a policy for the future and the benefits that can be realized from cooperation between the state of Oklahoma, in this instance, and the tribal courts of our state, between state government and the tribal sovereign nations in the large sense of the word. Those benefits are so overwhelming. The best agreements are those in which there is mutual benefit, or those in which both sides have something to be realized if they keep them. And it should be recognized that the states have a great deal to gain from recognition and full support of tribal courts and the sovereign. Item number 1, some easing of trial case load in state court as tribal courts increase their activity and productivity can certainly be expected. I know there is a trial judge in this state that won't welcome that sitting in the district court. Some easing of jail and prison population as tribal courts innovate punishment procedures for crimes handled in tribal courts. And I'm talking about such things as house arrest and required tribal service and restitution as punishment devices available in the tribal courts that will help to eliminate jail time and keep people productive. An increase in respect and appreciation for Indian citizens and Indian institutions as they demonstrate competence to handle tough legal questions and demonstrate that if given the opportunity, they can take care of a lot of business that's being transacted in our state courts today. Finally, as an additional benefit to the state of Oklahoma, an increase in respect and appreciation for traditional Indian values, which I think are among the greatest and most precious heritage of our state. I'm not talking about Indian values that apply to family responsibility. I'm talking about Indian values that particularly apply to the stewardship of land and water, natural resources. How much better off the public of our state will be if the view of the Indian with regard to our waters, our streams, our lakes, the view of the Indian with regard to our timber and our soil can become more and more a part of the policy of the state as we handle our responsibility for these resources. As for the benefits to the tribe, to the sovereign nation, there certainly should be support and assistance when needed and requested by the nation, from state law enforcement personnel and agencies ranging from cross-deputization to access to fingerprint identification records, manpower training, and detention facilities as a last resort. There should be comity in the court with reliance upon tribal court judgment once they are final, with a recognition of the sovereignty inherent in the tribal nations to make those judgments in their courts. There should be economic development, planning expertise, manpower, facilities available to the tribal government. Finally, I saw a sparkle in the eye of some of the non-Indians present here when that magic word $1 billion in bonding capacity was thrown out here. There should be joint financing arrangements utilizing bonding capability of both the tribes and the state government entities where the project is one of mutual benefit to both parties. Now, these are just a few of the benefits that come from this new era of cooperation. I think we're going to see it happen more and more. I think we need to recognize that congressional policy is frequently as fluctuating as the seasons. Change is the only real rule of law that applies in what Congress does. It's going to change. one way or the other. Right now we're enjoying a period of great encouragement of sovereignty, both in the courts, in the Congress, the executive department. I think full advantage should be taken of it. But here we have state cooperation extended by the hand of our Chief Justice, with the governor of our state standing here to pledge his support. Opportunity for a new day. We have Perestroika, Indian style, coming to us here in Oklahoma. Let us hope that we take full advantage of this great opportunity. Thank you.